Whoever makes the fewest mistakes, the fewest turnovers, likely to win this game. Certainly, Wisconsin has had the edge in this rivalry over the last 10 games, winning 8 of the last 10. Wisconsin won the toss and deferred to the second half, so fair catch called for by Gavin Williams, and we'll get our first look. And first play of the game, no surprise, not going anywhere. Tackle made right away by James Thompson. That's going to be a loss of 2. On 2nd and 12, nowhere to go for Gavin Williams. He is absolutely swallowed up.
With coverage disguises and a lot of activity.
Petrus set to throw for the first time. He's pressured and he is down.
Blitzing into the backfield and making plays. 3 straight TFLs.
The Aussie Tory Taylor to punt. Fair catch called for by Ingram. Here is Allen, nowhere to go for Allen. Logan Lee, first man there. Ball tip, good defense. Riley Moss, one of the best corners in the entire nation. Seeing the strengths of both of these teams early, 2 outstanding defenses. Mert set to throw on 3rd and 8.
Force the 4th down. How about Wisconsin and 5 wides on 3rd down there?
Andy Vunovich. Punt lands at the 25 and rolling down to about the 12-yard line. And him have been much maligned this year. Petrus actually booed in pregame warm-ups before the season opener, so they must feel like they've kind of started behind the 8 ball. He gets his first completion.
The big 0 and gets the catch, and that'll start things off a little better than the last drive for sure.
Keeping it on the ground, and Johnson, who'd scored 27 points in 10 straight games, to 10 points last week. 3rd and 4 here. First down, Iowa. And now we have some running room for Iowa. This is Gavin Williams to the 45. First down from the 45. Petrus looking to the right side, again has a completion. Another first down for the Hawkeyes. Keeping it on the ground, through the air, and has to get rid of it. Petrus. Incomplete. Was looking for Brody Brett. 3rd and 10. Pressure coming. Ball's on the ground. Wisconsin recovers. Next in line in this great linebacking tradition for Wisconsin. The 9th sack of the season for Herbig. Great field position for the Badgers here.
So being able to get off the field with a turnover like that and give your offense some field position is huge in this game where possessions will be at a minimum, many feel.
Quick throw, right side. Flags down.
False start, offense, 78, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Iowa bringing pressure on Mertz, has to get rid of it, has a man. First down, Wisconsin. The 11th catch of the season for DK of 10 yards or more.
A prototype Mike Backer at a place like this.
Pass over the middle to Skylar Bell on 2nd and 10. Seth Benson there on the stop.
Could only be for a couple veterans like these guys, 2 seniors.
3rd and 1. Looks like Braylon Allen does pick up the first down. Wisconsin on the 19-yard line. Allen operating out of the I formation, and look at that. Noah Shannon hits him. 2nd and 11. Mertz has time. but nobody open.
As Coach Ferentz knows, they're sound on every level. 1, 2, 3. It's really hard to get by all three of them because of their fundamentals.
There's Isaac Garendo checking into the game at tailback. He goes right up the middle. Gavin Myers set to hold. Snap from Peter Bowden is good.
That type of style of football, and that's the identity of both these teams historically. You really don't have a lot of room for error.
Gavin Lomb kicking off. Fair catch called for. As this Iowa offense tries to get things going. And they're going to have to wait at least a moment as flags are flying. Looks like a false start.
False start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Empty set for Petrus. Little high. Nice job going up to make that catch. In terms of conference record, will be tied with Illinois. Illinois will hold the tiebreaker, so they'll need a little more help. That one's complete to Deontay Vines, his third catch of the game.
For the Hawkeyes, after a couple of throws to try to get back into a manageable position here in this series.
Looking to the right side. And that is Sam Laporta. Sean Williams checking into the game at running back for the Hawkeyes. And Williams is absolutely swallowed up by Rodas Johnson. That's going to be a loss of 3. 2nd and 15, down goes Petrus. Again, pressure coming on 3rd and 20. Nowhere to go for Gavin Williams.
Another stand from this Wisconsin D, and they're starting to take control of this game in a very slow, methodical way.
Punt hauled in by Dean Ingram. And Ingram, around the 40-yard line, is finally corralled.
Traditionally, that's the thought.
And here is the sophomore, Quinn Schulte.
You can't play defense for Phil Parker.
First quarter coming to a close here, and a combined 84 yards of total offense from the Hawkeyes. Was undrafted in the NFL, turned that into a 10-year career. And he is back at Wisconsin. This was his 6th season as the defensive coordinator, and certainly the front runner to take over the head coaching job full time. And that one, 3rd and 9 from the 41. 4-man rush for Iowa. Pressure coming. And Mertz doesn't have a choice. Vunovich punting to Cooper. DeJean. And DeJean catches it at the 20, makes a move out past the 25. A stiff arm gets him to the 33. Starting to come down here in Iowa City. Caleb Johnson has some running room out past the 40-yard line. And now we have a first down.
And force them to give the ball back to Wisconsin. Can they stack positive plays without giving up the negative?
Johnson. And we have a flag down as he crosses midfield.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Bo Stevens for reaching out and grabbing there. A pretty blatant hold, but it was right in the tackle box.
Offense, 70. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Petrus going to throw. 4-man rush coming from Wisconsin. Herbig already with 2 sacks in the game, giving him 10 on the year. And the defense again, just nowhere to go. Again, going to keep it on the ground with Williams, and he was met in the backfield.
They were able to get a kickoff, but this one's going to be tight in that way, it feels like.
the head coaching opportunity is one that he's always wanted, certainly not in this type of situation. And that went over the head of Keontez Lewis.
These are places that adhere to their history and style.
And that was Guerrero. Mertz came into the game completing 60% of his passes, just 3 of 9 thus far. 4 straight incompletions, taking a shot downfield, and there was nobody there. Vunovic's punt to Cooper DeJean, and no, it's blocked. Iowa picks it up.
Can't go backwards here.
Pressure coming off Petrus, gets it off. And there's the guy who has always been his security blanket, Sam Laporta, picking up 13. Hawkeyes on the move. Caleb Johnson, touchdown, Iowa.
Rolling into the end zone behind that O-line, and now the Hawkeyes have momentum at home.
Similar conditions against Maryland, even worse, much more wet. And that one going to be through the end zone. Hit made right away. And that one just off the mark. Steps up in the pocket.
Never really had a chance at it. Moss does not leave a lot of room. He's right on top of people.
And this time we have a chance to see a return here from Cooper DeJean. Iowa keeping it on the ground again with Johnson.
To stack some positive plays.
2nd and 6 from the 44-man rush coming from Wisconsin. 4-man rush gets to him. They showed blitz for a moment, only brought 4, still able to get to Petrus.
And Jim Leonard's group gets off the field. Great stand.
Taylor again, who's done such a nice job punting this season, as this one sails permanent head coaching position whenever they decide to make that announcement. Here's Mertz, plenty of time. And a completion. Wisconsin has had 3 and outs in 4 or 5 drives today. Not this time, as Allen can't go anywhere. DeJean tied for 3rd on the team with 50 tackles coming into this one. Allen cuts it back up inside. Jack Campbell. So he's had over 1,000 yards as a freshman and a sophomore, just the 5th Badger back to do so. 3rd and 4 here. And that is complete to Skylar Bell. First down, ball's down. Bell in motion. Allen. And they just string out that run. Jack Campbell hops on. He'll get credit for the tackle. Mertz throwing on 2nd down. And just off the mark again. Wants to dump it off to Allen, but he has been off target. 3rd and 10 for the Badgers. Mertz to the left side into triple coverage. Kind of got rolled up on there.
And the backup is Chase Wolf.
DeJean gonna let that bounce into the end zone.
Big Ten Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you want an edge in the competitive market, Rocket can.
Caleb Johnson coming off a 200-yard game last week, just 19 yards on the ground for Iowa. And here's Caleb here. Does have some room. And that's one of his better runs of the day. Picks up 6 before Jong Meta.
That's where we are right now.
Your goal is to out-tough the other guy. You got to do it. And on 3rd and 1, first down from the 29. LaShawn Williams checking in at running back, replacing Bo Stevens. 2nd and 5 for Iowa. Petrus pressured. Gavin Williams in the backfield now for the Hawkeyes. 3-man rush, and they're still able to get to him. It's Herbig again. They've tried that in the past to no avail. And both of these teams, I think the mentality is we're going to do what we do best. This is Ingram.
On the return, little block in the back, Wisconsin. 10-yard penalty.
Special linebackers in this one.
Keeping it on the ground with Guerrero. And Guerrero remains in the game at running back for the Badgers. Mertz to throw. Mertz picked off! And that's a pick 6, Cooper DeJean. Nobody there to stop him. DeJean had a 3-game stretch where he had an interception in 3 straight earlier in the year, including a pick 6 against Rutgers. So both of those interception returns for touchdowns, courtesy of that man.
Tough defense you're up against, though, if you're the Badgers.
Here's Allen cutting to the outside and then back inside. Look who's on the tackle.
Let's see if Wisconsin can get going with some tempo.
Here's Mertz, going to keep it himself, picks up the 1st down and then out of bounds. Just under 90 seconds to go. Pressure coming, and down he goes. That's Deontay Craig, who blocked the punt. Guerrero gets the ball out of the pistol. There's a nice crease for him, down to about the 42-yard line. DeJean takes him down. Down goes Mertz. Just over a minute to go here in the half. Pressure coming right up the middle. But we have flags down. That was Seth Benson.
Full start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
2nd and 23. Quick pass to the outside. DK. Pressure again coming up the middle. Mertz has a man open. Lewis. Touchdown Badgers. A 51-yard score.
3rd and long. No one's had a chance on 3rd and long this whole afternoon.
Gavin Long in kickoff. You don't see many.
Might as well see if you can get a chunk play to start and see if it gets you going.
Or you hand it off. Gavin Williams in at running back for Iowa on 2nd and 10. He gets the carry. And he's not going anywhere. Jake Chaney makes sure of that. 4-point game here as we are set to start the 2nd half, and Wisconsin will be getting the ball first after deferring in the 1st. And this one hauled in at the 8-yard line by Guerrero. Coming off a 100-yard game last week. They get this one out quickly to Bell. Here's Allen. Here's Allen again.
8 yards and 8 yards to start this drive in the 2nd half.
Here's Allen again. Flags flying everywhere. That
Clipping.
Yeah.
Offense, number 79. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat 2nd down.
Mertz. Picked off, tipped and picked. Riley Moss, if that holds, gets his 1st interception of the year.
They didn't really throw at him that time. They were throwing at Mayweather.
And Caleb Johnson wrapped up right away. Isaiah Mullins, the first one there. That's going to be a loss of 1. Second down, bringing the pressure, gets rid of it complete. So 3rd and 5 now for Spencer Petras in this Hawkeyes offense. Pressure coming off the edge. Petras steps up, Regaini making the catch, going to be shy of the first down. Taylor with a low little worm burner there that's going to bounce inside the 20. Playing today, Kinnick Stadium. Ball's down. Going to keep it on the ground with Allen. 3rd and 17 now. Mertz just dumps it off to Garendo. Vunovich on to punt for the Badgers. And ball is rolling down to the 27-yard line, trying to keep it going. And Petras going to the air. That one was knocked down. In the game at running back. And he gets the ball on 2nd and 10, going nowhere. Jong Meta. Pressure coming from Wisconsin. And they get to Petras right away. You could see that coming. That was an impressive defensive effort. And Latu, I believe, is going to be the man getting the credit for the sack.
Yeah, really creative safety, Kamo'i Latu, and he's the one that just puts out that right arm on the thigh and hip of Petras. I think he snatched his towel off too and threw it into the sky.
Yeah, you can see the frustration there from Petras. Taylor's punt nearly blocked again. Ingram calls for the fair catch inside the 40.
Big Ten Football in 60 is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you want an edge in the competitive market, Rocket can.
And look at that good blitz pickup by Allen. And again, Mertz kind of floating one out there off the mark.
Mertz just misses Bell across the field.
Here's Allen trying to run into the teeth of that Iowa defense. Can he find the edge?
For Phil Parker.
3rd and 4. Time for Mertz.
Not really stepping into these throws either.
DeJean fields the punt at the 12, eludes one tackle, cuts it back up inside and out past the 25 to the 28-yard line. So Iowa back on offense with Caleb Johnson in the backfield. The youngster gets the handoff, and look at that swarm of Badgers. 3 sacks for Herbig, a career high. And Petras trying to roll out, never really got his feet set, didn't have a receiver open either. Iowa on top by 4, looking at 3rd and 10 with 77 total yards of offense so far. And they set up a little screen pass there, and Sam Laporta taken down by Jordan Turner. First down, Iowa. Petras throwing behind the intended receiver.
Number 84, the tight end, not much.
Keeping it on the ground here with the freshman. 3rd and 1. Pressure!
6 sacks for Wisconsin.
And the 6 sacks, a new season high for the Badgers. Ball bounces. Can they get it before it goes into the end zone? Looks like they do.
Gene's been the MVP of this game.
He's been fantastic.
He's been in every play. Pick 6.
Just a sophomore trying to get a little room here.
Force a punt here and try to get a short field, maybe some confidence for your offense if you're Iowa.
Well, here's Allen, and look at the speed on that Iowa defense. There's just nowhere to go. Kayvon Merriweather coming in from his safety spot.
One of their best leaders. Merriweather comes over the top. They do a good job of sealing off the edge, and Allen bubbles it, but just too much speed, too much discipline at the second level for Wisconsin to exploit anything. He breaks that tackle, he goes, but excellent tackling all afternoon, really from both defenses.
So many good DBs coming out of Iowa, and again, Wisconsin keeping it on the ground. It's Guerendo. It's 3rd and 5. It's going to be close. Looks like he's right at the sticks. Schulte was there to drag him down, but they're going to give him the first down.
Great block by Trey Wedding coming around and opening things up, and that'll take the crowd out of it a little bit, being that backed up for Wisconsin, and maybe give them a chance to take a deep breath here. But even though their offense is on the field, the way Iowa's defense has been playing, it feels like Wisconsin is in peril.
Guerendo trying to find the outside. Is Cooper DeJean everywhere?
Feels like that. I mean, he's been involved in everything. And just a very willing tackler coming up and making plays. Craig forces him outside, and DeJean just there to make sure he doesn't go any further. They are willing tacklers in the secondary.
Loss of 2 on the play for Wisconsin. 4-man rush. Here's Guerendo. It was DeJean again. Coming in a little bit later, he gets whacked by Campbell. Gain of 4.
Not a guy you want to see at the end of the play. Jack Campbell. DeJean was there first. Just look how quick they close to the ball. Barely a chance to make a football move for Guerendo, and then here comes the big Mike Backer with the hammer. Another 3rd down.
3rd and 8. From the 13. Mertz behind Jack Eschenbach.
Eschenbach, a big target, 6'4", and didn't look like he ever saw the ball. Yeah, he never really came out of that break one-on-one with Seth Benson. Coach Leonard wondering what to do offensively to get this team going. We'll see what Iowa does. They blocked the punt already.
Lunovich run into a bit there. Here's DeJean. Around the left side. Down to the 20-yard line. All he does is make plays. Cooper DeJean. How about this field position inside the 20? You saw what happened the last time the Hawkeyes started here. Hunter Wohler forcing Caleb Johnson out of bounds. It's been a tough go for both running backs. Johnson now 13 carries for 42 yards. He's averaging just over 3 yards per carry.
And here on 2nd down or coming up on 3rd, you wonder where Sam Laporta is and if Petrus will be able to find him. Caleb Johnson's been productive too when they get close.
Petrus zips it in there. Laporta picks up the 1st down. Alexander Smith drags him out of bounds. They are now inside the 10 and threatening.
Just a hitch route for Laporta in front of Alexander Smith, and accurate throw from Petrus sets up a 1st and goal, and very important for Iowa to get everything they can out of this in this position.
The Heartland Trophy is on the line, and the Hawkeyes are threatening. First and goal, keeping it on the ground with the freshman and the leading tackler for the Badgers, Jung Meta, once again meets him in the hole.
What does Brian Ferentz have as far as goal line plays to find Petrus an avenue for a touchdown here?
Sam Laporte have been so good for them, just one touchdown catch on the season. Keeping on the ground with Johnson trying to spin his way in, and he does. Did they mark him down?
Yeah, they marked him down. There was kind of a stalemate there at the line of scrimmage, and they're saying his forward momentum stopped.
Boos are raining down at Kinnick. James Thompson wraps him up along with a couple of others, trying to sneak in is Petrus. Let's wait for the signal. There it is. Spencer Petrus sneaks in for the touchdown, and it's a big one.
From Cooper DeJean.
Been quite a turnaround coming into this game with back-to-back wins over Northwestern and Purdue. And currently with a 11-point lead. Ball on the ground, picked up by Garendo, and then just mashed at the 18-yard line. Kind of lucky they got that off the bounce.
Special teams have been great for Iowa, and conversely, kind of a disaster for the Badgers. Garendo very fortunate to pick that up. He careened off of him pretty far, and he got on top of it and then took a big hit. Now he's in the game to run the ball.
Surprised you're seeing Garendo and not Braylon Allen in the game right now, Petros?
It really just depends on what they're doing here in this play. But neither of them have really gotten it going.
Mertz sails over the head of Skylar Bell.
Again, looked like Bell had a little bit of room. Had the pass been just a little bit more accurate, he would have had more of a chance, but Mertz has been sailing balls left and right in this game. They said coming into things he was seeing better and playing more free, but you just can't say that's the case tonight. Iowa's defense has gotten the best of him.
The sophomore Allen, nowhere to go. Jack Campbell among those wrapping him up. You talked about the size of Jack Campbell. At 6'5", you don't see middle linebackers built like that very often.
No, he's big. I mean, he's 6'5", and he just moves really fluidly, and that is a scrape play. That's the middle linebacker scraping off the tackle's edge to make that play, and that is what he is responsible for. Great effort by Lucas Van Ness on the play as well, getting his hands on Allen and slowing him down. And another tough third down situation where you see the conversion rate in this game.
3rd and long. Mertz delivers the strike.
To end the half, Wisconsin finding a way to stay on the field here, and Mertz standing in there, taking a beat and making a throw.
Allen again met right at the line of scrimmage. Joe Evans was there, just nowhere to go.
Yeah, every cut that he makes, there's somebody waiting for him to get him on the ground. That time, the senior from Ames. 5 sacks on the year already.
Look at defensive coordinator Phil Parker, who has done such a nice job with this defense. 2nd and 8 now. 4-man rush, and Mertz has nowhere to go, just has to get rid of it. Aaron Graves was there, throws his hands up. Mertz unable to go up over the top.
Just great effort all the way around, from the front to the back. These Wisconsin offensive players just under attack on every play from this very disciplined Hawkeyes defense. Really impressed with these guys. Seth Benson, Jack Campbell, DeJean's been great in this game. Castro.
Have a flag. You know, you don't see this Iowa defense blitz very often, but when they do, it's generally a passing situation on third down.
Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty, third down.
That's Trey Wettig, the right guard, and it looked like they were bringing an extra man right there, and perhaps that's what caused the false start.
Getting louder and louder here at Kinnick as they're starting to taste it. They love that special teams and defensive play.
Here's Mertz. Corralled in the backfield. Deontay Craig block punt earlier. Logan Lee in there as well. We do have a flag down.
Holding. Offense, number 78. That penalty's declined. It brings up fourth down.
Second penalty in a row on Wettig there. And it is Lee and Craig that meet at Mertz. Great move by Lee. One-on-one, getting by Bortolini. And another punt.
See what Cooper DeJean can do with this one. But they have an 11-point lead and the ball again. Jong Meta making sure Caleb Johnson only gains 1 yard on that play. And Iowa doing what they need to do to make sure that they get that Heartland Trophy to stay here in Iowa City after the Badgers won last year 27-7. And how about these numbers? Cooper DeJean, 114 yards, the Iowa offense, 110.
Yeah, he is a storied athletic star in Iowa. Basketball, baseball, track, and football. Quarterback, DB, state champion. This guy's done it all. And the highlight videos of him dunking in high school are worth it alone. When they say freakish athlete, they're not kidding. As you see Johnson trying to get some more running room. 3 yards on the first 2 run plays to set up 3rd and 7. And, you know, this is where they wanted that run game to start moving people. But Wisconsin, very stubborn. They are not moving off their block, and they're stout against this Iowa run regardless.
Petrus rolling to his left, trying to sneak it in there. Jay Shaw makes a nice play defensively to break it up. UCLA transfer has started every game for the Badgers this year.
And they try to run kind of like a sprint pass play right at the stick to get the first down, but really good defense right on top of it. The active hands of Jay Shaw, the UCLA transfer.
From Gonzaga High School back to return. Much better field position.
Great songwriters. Damn.
Don't get Petro started on music. Mertz to the right side. Takes a minute to get there, but it's effective. Skylar Bell hauls it in for a 12-yard gain and a first down.
Skylar Bell, not a lot of guys out of the Bronx, but he is out of the Bronx. Nice stop move on DeJean there. And like you said, a little bit of air under that ball from Mertz, but it gets there in one of the more successful passing plays, definitely of the second half for the Badgers.
Bell from the Bronx, but of course played his high school ball at the Taft School in Connecticut. And here's Allen, met right away, and there was just nowhere to go. First man there was Ethan Herkett, and that's going to be a loss of 5.
Yeah, Herkett, the sophomore from Cedar Rapids, wears 49, and he's right there, just turning Allen back at the point of attack, and the pursuit is there as well. And that's been the case for the entire afternoon into the night here at Kinnick, and it's a 5-yard loss on first down after a good throw play.
There's Allen hauling it in, trying to get to the 50. And Campbell knocks him out of bounds at around the 48. So they get 4 of the 5 back. 3rd down and about 11 coming up.
Campbell really zeroed in, missile lock on Allen, and wasn't going to let him break that tackle. 2 great Big Ten performers, Braylon Allen and Jack Campbell, one-on-one in that situation on the sideline. Another long 3rd down for Wisconsin. Can Mertz pull something out here?
Third and 11. And Garendo hauls it in, wrapped up right away by Campbell. And that one goes for 4. They're going to have to kick.
Garendo's one-on-one with the big linebacker, and he's running right with him. Mertz gets the ball out, but Campbell too fast, too strong, and too on top of it.
And they
to
realize
let Garendo get that first down.
There's a time crunch here, not going to kick, and to go for it on 4th and 7. Kind of in no man's land at the 47. Pressure coming. And there was just no shot. Keontez Lewis blanketed by DeJean and unable to make an adjustment.
What hasn't the young man from Ode Bolt, Iowa done tonight for his team? This time, one-on-one in the blitz. He's all alone out there with Lewis. Mertz puts it up there trying to give his receiver a chance, but really wasn't far outside enough. And very good coverage by DeJean, who's having the game of his life, really in his first year starting as a sophomore.
Caleb Johnson in at running back for Iowa. He'll get the carry. Tough run and picks up 6. Jordan Turner on the stop. 2nd and 5 and shooting in. Third and 4 here for Iowa. Big hit taken, but able to hold on to the ball is Luke Lachey. Williams. Despite the fact they haven't really been able to establish the run this game. And Williams again carrying tacklers with him. LaShawn Williams picks up 9 to set up 3rd and short. Carrying Latu and Turner with him along the way. He got an extra 4 yards on that run.
Yeah, strong guy from Chicago, Illinois. This is a big 3rd down for Petrus. They're going to milk all of that clock.
And it doesn't look like Williams is going to get it. Benton was right there to grab him by the ankles behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they got Cooper DeJean.
And that one complete to Sam Laporta. Jong Meta shoves him out of bounds after a pickup of 4, and Iowa keeping it rolling.
Laporta was there for the first down near the goal line before the quarterback sneak. He's there on 4th and 1. Laporta and DeJean have been really impressive for Iowa, not to mention Moss in this game. Unable to really run the ball, but they've still been able to play their style of football to control this game.
This is the 3rd 4th down conversion of the year for Iowa. Keeping it on the ground here with Johnson, Herbig on the stop. 2nd down with 3:45 to go. Wisconsin calls their 2nd timeout. 2 of the better programs in the country, and they don't get the top 10 recruiting classes like a lot of these schools do. Iowa specifically doesn't have a huge population to draw from, so a lot of times they're swimming upstream. On 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground, Jordan Turner on the stop for Wisconsin. Along with a couple of turnovers, they take control of this ball game. And on 3rd and 8, they're content to give it to Johnson again. Latu on the stop.
Good job by Hunter Wohler, kind of forcing that play to start. Latu coming in and making a play as well.
Drew Stevens from 44 yards out. He was 1 for 2 last week. 12 of 14 on the season. Clean snap, hold, and the kick is up and good. To do it twice here, to pull something out in these chilly, windy, flurry-like conditions. At Kinnick and Garendo out to the 25-yard line.
Take a week off.
There's Mertz, complete. Lewis, not a whole lot going on there. Schulte holds him to a 3-yard gain. You know, as successful as they've been in November, they have not had great success against the Badgers. Wisconsin's won 8 of the last 10, and it's been a long time since Iowa's beaten them here on their home turf. They get to Mertz, ball's on the ground. Joe Evans gets a hand on it, and Iowa recovers. That is likely game, set, match.
Joe Evans with the speed on the edge, and Logan Lee, who was hurt last week, falls on the fumble. Here he is, taking an outside route against Jack Nelson. And just clipping that ball, looks like with the crown of his head, out of the hand of Mertz.
3 turnovers on the day for Wisconsin.
Surprised Iowa doesn't have like a giant piece of corn or something, you know, like a turnover husk.
You could make a chain out of corn husks.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Ferentz's style.
Probably not, would be my guess. Or his sons. What a performance by this Iowa defense. They have held Wisconsin to 57 yards on the ground. A look at the Heartland Trophy there. Been residing in Madison after they won last year. But look at the numbers: 4 sacks, 9 TFLs, a couple of interceptions and forced fumbles and a blocked punt. Talked about this defense coming in, #1 in yards per play in the nation, #3 in total defense, #5 in scoring defense. Keeping it on the ground, just running the clock out. They have been all that and more in terms of what was advertised, this Iowa defense.
Yeah, and stars really on every level. Joe Evans up front, Jack Campbell and Seth Benson behind them. DeJean and Riley Moss. Merriweather making some plays in this game. They've just really stifled anything Wisconsin was trying to do. And Wisconsin played well defensively also in this game, but you look at that trophy and how beautiful it is, that brass bowl. Only since 2004.
Big hit on LaShawn Williams. And the clock keeps rolling as Iowa will reclaim the Heartland Trophy here in their home stadium, winning 3 in a row for the first time this season. And who would have thought, after that 54-10 loss to Ohio State, that not only are they going to be bowl eligible, are they going to recapture the Heartland Trophy, but they are very much in the mix for the Big Ten West Division crown.